कैसे हैं आप लोग? ये शायद स्टूडेंट्स मुझे देख नहीं पा रहे होंगे। हाँ, अभी दिख रहा है। थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू फॉर हेल्पिंग मी. So this is Vineet Pandey once again here, and it's a new link created. As I told you that technology sometimes create issues, and the link was revoked. Thanks to my assistants, they are very swift, and they have recreated a link. Soon it will be shared with everyone. अभी आपको ये नया link मिल जाएगा. Click to this new link. We will talk about GATE, NET, literature, and life. तब तक जब तक आप लोग ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, मैं एक छोटा सा काम कर लेता हूँ. ये मैं आपको ये इन्फॉर्म भी करना चाहता था. टुडे आई परचेज दिस बुक. ये मैंने मॉर्निंग सेशन में भी इन्फॉर्म किया था. इन्फॉर्म द सेम थिंग इन द मॉर्निंग सेशन. पोस्ट ह्यूमनिज्म इज द latest topic in literature. Not so many books are available in India. Also, we are struggling to get proper books. And post humanism is not only related to English literature, it is related to all types of studies. So, as I told you the same thing in the morning, this was the simple version available in India. One more version that I want to buy is of 10,000. That's very costly, that of 10,000, and I'm thinking to buy it maybe after Diwali. I'll purchase that book, and if the book is delivered to me, I'll share it with you. So we'll take 5 minutes to welcome all the students. So everybody joining us. So how have you been? कैसी चल रही है जिंदगी आपकी? इवनिंग, गुड इवनिंग. तूफान डे, कैसे हैं आप? आई एम गुड. थोड़ा दर्द वर्द होता है, लाइट है, बट चल रहा है. दिस इज लाइफ. जिंदगी का नाम जो है वो जिंदगी एक गाड़ी है, चल रही है. आई एम ड्राइविंग. सरिता जी कैसे हैं आप? सरिता जी, ऊपर वाले का आशीर्वाद है, भगवान का. मेरा तो कोई आशीर्वाद नहीं है. हम सब ऊपर वाले के बनाए हुए बंदे हैं. हाँ, ये लाइट नई है, न्यू लाइट है, नई परचेज की है मैंने. मुझे एक्चुअली ऐसी लाइट्स में पढ़ने का बड़ा शौक है, तो मैं कुछ ना कुछ जब बुक्स पढ़ता हूँ तो मैं बाकी लाइट्स ऑफ कर देता हूँ. यू नो द स्मॉल लाइट, फोकस लाइट, इट हेल्प्स मी टू फोकस. UP TGT, UP PGT notification is out today. I have gone through the syllabus of TGT. I have gone through the syllabus of PGT. Syllabus is easy. It's not a big deal for me. I'm dealing with the syllabus of NET. I deal with the syllabus of JNU MPhil, JNU PhD, JNU M entrance. So there is nothing out of that. अगर आपने नेट लेवल प्रिपेयर किया है, इफ यू हैव एवर प्रिपेयर्ड नेट लेवल and then you have prepared University of Delhi MPhil, PhD, JNU MPhil and PhD content, then there is nothing left. I will guide for TGT and PhD. I will, no, not a problem. My only problem is that I have only 24 hours. So I have to decide, should I choose this, should I choose that. So only time limit is the issue, but not the spirit. I want to help you, I will help you. कुछ बच्चों को तो मैं 20 सेकेंड का ऑडियो भेज देता हूँ. 20 सेकेंड सॉल्यूशन, 30 सेकेंड सॉल्यूशन, सजेशंस. आई प्रेफर वॉइस नोट्स. आप में से बहुत सारे बच्चों को मेरे वॉइस नोट्स मिलते हैं. इंस्टेड ऑफ टाइपिंग टू मच, आई प्रेफर वॉइस नोट्स. HSC PGD का सिलेबस पता कीजिए, अगर नहीं है तो भी पढ़ाएंगे, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. जो गेट इंग्लिश प्रिपेयर करना चाहते हो, yesterday I told about books, so watch my yesterday's live video evening session. Watch my live video. I have talked about the books. See what you do when you have got the British history book. In any situation, whether you are preparing for UPPGT, TGT, NET, GATE, in every situation, the best method is to read British history first. सबसे पहले ब्रिटिश हिस्ट्री पढ़ो. मैंने कुछ टीचर्स को देखा था, वो सबसे पहले आपको लिटरेरी थ्योरी पढ़ा रहे थे. And many of my students, they told me that there are some teachers, they are teaching literary theory as the first unit. They are doing it because they themselves have no idea about the understanding. Qualifying net is a different thing. Teaching net is a different thing. If you teach a student literary theory directly, without making him read books, without making him understand history, literature, where the student is going to apply the theory? If I teach you new criticism and I see that whenever you read a book, will you imagine, yes, I'm reading Jane Austen? Will you imagine that I'm reading Charles Lamb? No, because you have not done that. British history सबसे पहले, whether it's UPPGT, TGT, KV exam, DSSB, The right method, the correct method is to read British history first, then go for criticism, then go for literary theory. Three things. So British history, then criticism, then literary theory. Simultaneously, you can read American literature, you can read Indian literature. And most of the students, when they read Indian literature, they start reading each and everything. Remember this thing, in NET exam and GATE exam, Indian writers are marginalized, Indian writers are ignored. So ये याद रखना, बहुत बड़ी बात बता रहा हूँ, बहुत important बात बता रहा हूँ. This is very important fact that I'm telling you right now. Do not give a lot of time to read Indian literature. इंडियन लिटरेचर पढ़ने में बहुत सारा टाइम मत लगाओ. If you read Indian literature in proper way, you will end up reading around 120 plus writers. Even I teach more than 30 writers of Indian translation. So when we teach you all these things, Indian writers take a lot of time. Somebody has written that, then why did you teach us all the Indian writers? That's my job. I am supposed to teach you. Otherwise, people say Vineet Pandey doesn't know Indian literature. And when I was teaching you Indian literature, remember my lectures just before exam, I told you to leave it. I told you that you'll hardly get two questions. So why to read 120 writers to get only two questions? Right? I am the same person who says leave Shakespeare. But if you have fixed guidance, you keep repeating one dialogue, then it means you're not a guide. A true guide understands a situation and then takes a decision. If there is 6 months left for the exam, I'll suggest you to read Shakespeare. If only 1 month is left for exam, I'll suggest you not to read Shakespeare. So my guidance is based on various things. I look at the student's standard background, then I decide which book should be given. So I generally don't come and say, oh, read Andrew Sanders. I see if the student comes from a very poor background of education, no English medium studies, I will recommend R.D. Trivedi. If I find a student is from good average background, average good background, I'll recommend William J. Long, David Duchess. If a student is really brilliant, has done really good, I recommend Andrew Sanders. So my guidance is based on those things. And obviously, every state exam, set exam, they have some set pattern of asking questions. If I am a net paper setter, my maximum questions will come from cultural studies, modern literary theories. My maximum questions will come from the feminist writers. So the paper setter always have a mindset. Even in net exam, they keep playing role. Last three net exam, they are ignoring world literature writers. Imagine. But I cannot stop teaching world literature writer. I cannot play a gamble. I'll have to see what if they ask question. So I teach. So what you have to do is, आपको क्या करना है? You have to read everything. There is no shortcut to success. When you read American literature, start with Washington Irving, go for Fenimore Cooper, read the basic literature, then try to understand what makes them American. What is the concept of Mark Twain, Huckleberry Finn, Tom Sawyer? Who is Arthur Miller and what is Hemingway? Do you know it is said that Hemingway, Arthur Miller, and Mark Twain made America? It is said that they have developed American spirit. Ernest Hemingway, personally, he is my favorite writer. Arthur Miller, Death of a Salesman, made me cry. When I was reading Death of a Salesman, I started crying, and I have told you, I was under a hangover. I really wanted to meet the protagonist of the book, Death of a Salesman, Willie Loman, and I wanted to hug him. When you read the character, you feel it. Jack London, Call of the Wild is very favorite. One of my, I love those books. Call of the Wild by Jack London is my favorite book. I've seen a movie also, and as it's the story of a dog, it connects me. So what I mean to say is, when you read things, be sure that you're not only reading and understanding, you're enjoying those things. आप उस चीज़ को enjoy कर रहे हो. मैंने लिटरेचर या नेट की चीज़ें इसलिए नहीं पढ़ी थी कि सब याद हो जाए. मुझे मज़ा आने लगा था. आई स्टार्टेड एंजॉइंग इट. देर इज ऑलवेज अ लिमिट. You are suffering and all of a sudden you start enjoying your suffering. Sisyphus, one must feel Sisyphus is happy. So what does this mean? One must feel Sisyphus is happy means that yes, you're doing something, you're exploring something, you're the part of something, and being the part of something, being meaningful. The concept of thing theory. Being meaningful itself is a pleasurable thing. I started finding pleasure. Now today, wherever I travel, wherever I go, I have a routine. I will definitely check the books at airport, and I end up buying 3 books, 4 books every time I go. This book collection is really big. A few of my books are in my office. So what I mean to say is, read, make notes, and when you read for NET or GATE, start with British history first. Do not read from one book. If you have read from one book, you will have no ideas. Read at least for 2 to 3 books. Take B. Prasad and N. Krishnaswamy for criticism. Then literary theory, Peter Berry is there, Raman Selden is there. I have around 8 to 10 literary theory books. And then there are so many writers who have compiled their essays about modern age, postmodern age. You can take that. One of my favorite book is written by Bijay Kumar Das. He talks about the latest modern trends in literature. You can take that. आप वो ले सकते हैं. Then when you read Indian literature and you end up reading only basic Indian literature, you won't be able to qualify any exam. Be sure when you read Indian literature, you can divide Indian literature, postmodern Indian literature, post-colonial Indian literature, feminism in Indian literature, yeah, Indian feminist writers. Along with these things, Dalit literature, Dalit feminism, Indian aesthetics, Indian modern theaters, Indian writers in translation and Indian graphic novels. ये आपको सारे पढ़ने हैं. आपको किसी ने पढ़ाया भी नहीं होगा, आई बेट. ये कोई नहीं पढ़ाता. Most of the coaching centers of net exam, they teach you basic Indian writers and ask you to leave. Nobody focuses on Dalit feminism, Dalit writers. When I was doing free session in Corona, I have taught Dalit feminism and free of cost. आपको मेरे फ्री लाइव वीडियोस में ये कंटेंट आराम से मिल जाएगा. प्लस एक चीज़ और देखनी है, जब आप ये सारे इंडियन राइटर्स पढ़ लेते हो, be sure you remember their contribution. Raja Rao's Kanthapura. It's not only a great story dealing with the Gandhian whirlwind. Kanthapura's preface is equally very, very important. It's very important. Preface of Kanthapura. Every student should take a printout of Kanthapura's preface. इसका preface निकलवा के print करवा लो, and even I'll try to do it if I remember. I'll get the printout of Kanthapura and all my online students will get the PDF of it. मुझे याद दिलवा देना, remind करवा देना. Preface to Kanthapura, I'll give you a printout of it. It's been a long time even I didn't read and revise it. Now, along with these things, when you read Americans and Beat Generation concept, Beat Generation is very, very important. So William S. Burroughs' famous work is important. Then you read Jack Kerouac. Jack Kerouac is very, very important. So technically what you have to do is Beat Generation deals with the 1950s hippie America, hippie culture. So when students read American literature, they think they are reading Frost, they are reading Hemingway, they are reading Arthur Miller, Emily Dickinson, Washington Irving, Fenimore Cooper, and Robert Frost, Walt Whitman. They think it is complete. No, that's not complete. American literature has a different side also. So be sure you remember all those points. Now, along with this, reading these things, you can simultaneously start the reading post-colonials. आपको post-colonials भी पढ़ना पड़ेगा. First British history, second criticism, third you have read literary theory, simultaneously you have read Indians and Americans. Now switch to post-colonials. You know, we are not the same India as we were in 1498. Who will tell me the India before 1498, because we were discovered by Vasco da Gama, and all the Keralite students who are watching it, it's a place in Calicut where Vasco da Gama landed with his boat and found India. It's one of my desire to come to that particular beach and record a lecture on post-colonials from that particular beach where Vasco da Gama landed. It's my desire. I will do it someday. I don't remember the exact name of the place, but it's near Calicut. You call it Kozhikode, right? So, yeah, somebody has written Kapas Beach. Yeah, Kapas Beach. I'll come to that place. I want to feel that how Vasco da Gama came, what did he feel, what was his emotions. So, India before 1498, before being discovered, India under British Raj, from 1498 to British colonies settling, fights, regular wars, rebellions, and 1947. India before 1498, India during British Raj, India after 1947. What is the difference? Tell me. What is the difference? Somebody has written Vasco da Gama was a traitor. Who told you that? Literature also tells us not to rely upon books. अभी बात आओ. There are two people fighting. One kills another one. Will he ever say that he was right, I was wrong? No. Histories are written on the point of swords. Lane Pool's statement by Lane Pool, Indian history has been written on the point of the sword. तलवार की नोक पे भारत का इतिहास लिखवाया गया है. फर्जी इतिहास है बहुत सारा. Now tell me, in 2020, are we the same people of 1498 in India? I'm talking to you in English. So we are not same. 1498 India was India, real India. Now what we are today are the result of a great mixture of different cultures. Let's take, we Indians are the native culture having, outsiders are colonizing us. Outsiders have colonized us. I'm speaking in a language which does not belong to me, conveying my emotions, smiling, trying to convey myself in a language given by others. Gugiwo Thiongo said this thing that I don't want to cry in the language of others. I want to cry in my language. And that's why Gugiwo Thiongo was the first writer who denied to use the language of Britishers. English language use करने से मना कर दिया था उन्होंने. एक स्टूडेंट है पाकिस्तान से, उन्होंने ज्वाइन किया है. हिंदुस्तान पाकिस्तान भाई भाई हैं, आप फील कर सकते हो. You can also feel. So we have become English people. We have become Babu, Mem Saab, Englishmen, gentlemen. We have forgotten our culture. And it's not about forgetting the culture. It's about that whether willingly or unwillingly, did we change or not? We have changed. Change is the nature. How many of you use the word Mata Shri and Pita Shri for your parents instead of mom and dad? I do. But not regularly. Obviously, I call them Mummy Papa. In certain cases, because I love watching Mahabharata, so I use Mata Shri, Pita Shri. Bhrata Shri. Later, Thiongo also started using it because English is not only a language; it's a need. It's a need, a medium to communicate, a channel to talk. So initially, Gugiwo Thiongo said that I will not use the language of colonizers, but later he had to use, because if 90% people are speaking English and you say you don't want to speak, so 90% people will never get to know about you. If I want to write a book which should be read in America, in Europe, I'll have to write in English. So when you read colonization, post-colonial, you'll understand what is colonization, what is neo-colonialism, what is new normal. Somebody asked me that the culture study concept new normal. What is new normal? New normal is, this is the Diwali time. Watch my lecture. मजा आएगा आपको कि यार लड़का जो पढ़ा रहा है वो लिटरेचर से प्यार करता है. All my new students who are watching it. दिवाली टाइम है ना, दिवाली टाइम. What is the advertising agenda on television right now? This Diwali, bring smile on the face of others, give a mobile. This Diwali, make it special, gift a chocolate. This Diwali makes people smile, buy from Amazon. Why are they not saying that this Diwali just hug your friend, just meet your friend, just prepare something handmade instead of buying, instead of spending money? हर बंदा आपसे खर्चा करवा रहा है. Instead of asking you to buy the chocolates directly, they are playing with your emotions and your cultural identity. How many of you remember Amitabh Bachchan? Ha ha ha, kuch meetha ho jaye. So why do we have to eat chocolate only when kuch meetha ho jaye? Chocolate क्यों खानी है? Because he wants to sell that chocolate. I was watching this ad. I told my assistant, this is the part of culture study. A person gifting a mobile to someone, and the line was, this Diwali, bring smile on someone's face. Why can't we bring smile by not gifting a costly things? Can't we make a smile by hugging them or directly giving them some amount to be invested? Because they technically want you to buy, technically want you to purchase. Let's be very honest. How many of you behave in society when you watch a CCTV? कितने लोग ऐसे हैं जो सीसीटीवी देख के शरीफ हो जाते हैं? How many of you become gentlemen when you watch you are under CCTV surveillance? कितने लोग सीसीटीवी देख के लाइन पे आ जाते हैं? देखा, मी वी बिहेव. एक लाइन पढ़ी थी मैंने, ऊपर वाला सब देखता है. देयर वाज अ लाइन, ऊपर वाला सब देखता है, दैट द पर्सन अबव वॉचेस, एंड देन दे शोड अ सीसीटीवी. Isn't it an injustice to mankind that you are being watched? Who wants to be watched? Thank God they are not inserting CCTVs in our washrooms. Early morning you want to freshen up and there is a CCTV in your toilet. You will have to sit like this. Take screen video recordings, put it on status, tell people Vineet Pandey teaches like this. सुबह सुबह फुल प्रेशर आया हुआ है आपको, बड़ा जोर से रात को दबा के पंजाबी खाना खाया है. You have taken very good strong dinner Punjabi food. Early morning you have to go and do a firing, and there is a CCTV and you're like, isn't it an injustice to mankind, human being? Who are they to monitor us? Who are they to monitor us? To get a civilized society, they are forcing us a colonized concept in our brain. This is neo-colonialism. Man, किसी को डरा दो. We are scared because CCTV is there, so we are scared. We are in our own social boundaries, social, traps, and this is injustice. How many of you have Alexa, play the song, Alexa, do this, and you're happy? Wow, my machine listens to me. भाई Alexa वाले केस वेस मत ठोक देना मेरे पे. Only for educational purpose I'm taking the example. Alexa, sing a song, okay? Alexa, do this. How can you be very sure Alexa is not recording your daily conversation? You are talking to your wife. This government is cheat. Alexa is recording. Okay, forward it to the government. This is 1984 by George Orwell. They are keeping an eye on you. आपके ऊपर आंख रखी जा रही है. You must have done the shopping with Amazon, Flipkart, right? Amazon takes a record of your shopping, your orders, based on your choices. So now they know. I, Vineet Pandey, have a habit of purchasing black t-shirts, black things, black shirts. I love black color. Now they know that he loves black color. So the moment I open Amazon, all the black colors come in front of me based on your last search, based on your choices, based on your wish list. Why the hell are you reading my brain? If I know that you love a piece of cake and you tell me, sir, I'm done, I don't want to eat, but I know that he loves cake and the particular vanilla cake, and I all of a sudden bring the vanilla cake, how can you say no? You cannot say no. So what they are doing is they have read our mindset, purchasing power, purchasing capacity, and purchasing choice. And now what they do, they show us those things. Purchase it, purchase it. You buy a mobile and they'll make you feel that you need a headphone. You buy a headphone, they'll make you feel that you need a very stylish, sexy background cover, phone cover, right? This is the part of culture studies. The man who has been colonized, you do not even have your free thoughts. Start searching on Google. Do this. Start searching on Google how to lose weight, how to become fit, how to get six-pack abs. And all of a sudden you start getting messages. मोटापे से परेशान हो? आइए हम आपको पतला कर देते हैं. All of a sudden you'll get the message, oh, unhappy with obese. We will reform you, make you Hrithik Roshan. Yeah, some experts are like, they know we don't use cache memory and all, but this is not a normal thing to clean caches, so we generally don't do that, and we are victimized. So when you read post-colonials, you'll understand that it's not only the language, it's not only the dressing, it's not only the clothing, eating, fooding habits and all, it's your mindset which has been colonized, controlled. Isn't it an insult to India that until unless you speak in English you are not respected? Go to a place, uh, this is said, rightly said by Kumar Vishwas. I will quote him. Kumar Vishwas once said this thing in some television show, that the moment flight takes off, people leave Hindi behind. So two people sitting in the plane, where are you from? I am from Punjab. Where are you from? I am also from Punjab. Then why are you not speaking in Punjabi? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੋ ਯਾਰ. But the moment it takes off, and you know what? I read, I understand this thing, but I am also the part of it. I also speak in English at the airport until, and I have tried to speak in Hindi, but they were very conscious. In the Delhi's mall, I asked for black coffee and I spoke it in Hindi. I said, Kali wali coffee dena. And people were conscious. और मैंने जानबूझ के, I was loud. Knowingly I was loud. I said, Kali coffee dena. Oh my God, कहाँ से आ गई? Like that. I've tried to speak in Hindi. I have done experiments. I really wish that had this been an offline class, I would have shared so many experiences. I was in flight. A flight attendant came, and the people sitting next to me were from some rustic background. So the flight attendant came and said that you are at the seat 12 and 13. Emergency gate is there. I want to brief you which language you want to choose. And I knew that they are not comfortable in English. So I was very much conscious what they say. They said English only English. I was like, sure, beta, you are gone. In emergency case, they are taking instructions in English. I know they are not understanding English and it's gone. But they had to pretend that we understand English. And you know the flight attendants, they speak in a mugged up language. Hi sir, in the case of emergency, this happens, and they open the gate and jump and outside and die. So they came to me also because I was 13 number seat. I said speak in Hindi. And again their Hindi was also mugged up. You know the Hindi when it's mugged up. आपातकालीन स्थिति के समय में आप दरवाजे को इस तरीके से, मैंने कहा okay, I understood. It's okay. Your Hindi is more tough than English. But you know, we have relatives who speak in English, but no. I have so many relatives I don't want to quote. If I quote, maybe one of them is watching it and they'll be like, "Acha." So that's what I want to say. It's a big game played with us. Psychology captured, mindset captured, gender identity captured. Everything has been controlled. Isn't it a concept in India? Why do we use the word modern? हाँ भाई, हरियाणा, राजस्थान, यूपी, बिहार, states, बताओ. Why do you use the word modern for a girl? When do you use the word modern for a girl? Because she speaks in English and she is educated, or she is wearing jeans? Offense nahi hai. I am also from Rajasthan. It's not an offense to any state. I'm just dealing with reality. Haryana, Punjab, UP, Bihar, Himachal le lo, Punjab le lo. When do we use the word modern for a girl? When we find her in jeans, find her in shorts, not because her thoughts are modern, her approach is modern, her mindset is better than us. No. Our modern word, because we think Westerns are modern and Westerns wear jeans, so everyone who wears jeans is modern. ये भी हमारा कल्चर है, हमें बहुत सुधरना है, हमें बहुत सुधरना है. तो ये ध्यान रखना. कई बार मुझे लगता है कि इवन समटाइम्स आई फील लाइक ट्राइबल्स आर बेटर देन अस. When I teach you feminism, I'll give you the real tensions. Why I'm silent? Because I'm just thinking about this exactly is going on. So you'll have to read post-colonial. There are so many writers dealing with their stories, language crisis, identity crisis, their dislocation of culture, and how they were forced to be someone else. Many of us are not comfortable eating with fork and spoon, but when you go to a big restaurant, you're supposed to do that. And this mindset, this should be removed. So do this thing. I do this thing. I go to the costliest restaurant, I eat with my hands. Maybe they'll feel awkward seeing you, eating with hands. but it's okay, that's what we are. One Keralite student told me that when we use our hands to eat the food, our skin touches the food and our brain feels it, and it prepares the body to take some intake. With the spoon, you break that touch. That's why I love Kerala. They're very aesthetic people. So when you use with hand, you use your hand to eat. You eat by your hand. It's a touch. The touch emotion, the touch hormone is also there, and you then bring it to your mouth. Your brain is fully prepared. Remember this point. That's very very important. So I'll be teaching you a lot of things like this, and पोस्ट colonials को अच्छे से पढ़ाऊंगा आपको, बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ाऊंगा. पोस्ट colonials मेरा favorite topic है. I'm working on post humanism, as I told you, ना. I'm working on this topic. Soon I'll make this topic also very special and very easy for all of you. Keep sharing this video if you like my efforts. लोगों को बताओ. It's a free video, so सबको free में ही share करो सबको. Share with everyone. And those who want to contact me can contact me on 88-102-89637. And I'm also thinking to start a counseling session, live counseling session where I read your questions and I answer. So I want to do it so that because students have a lot of issues, a lot of problems, and we are always in need of guidance. Even I am in need of guidance. I have a person, he guides me. He's a philosopher. So he guides me. Whenever I have issues and troubles, I ask him, and he keeps on telling me that Vineet, this life is materialistic, be spiritual. So everybody needs a guide. So I'm thinking to start a counseling session, and if it goes well, my team agrees on the same thing. So I'll decide one particular day, one particular time, maybe like Sunday evening. Let's sit together, just talk, discussion, and I think it can help a lot of people. It can save a lot of lives. कुछ लोगों को अच्छा लगेगा, मोटिवेशन आ जाएगा, जीवन जीने के तरीके आ जाएंगे. सो आई वांट टू डू दोज थिंग्स. एंड दोज हु आर कॉन्टैक्टिंग मी, प्लीज व्हाट्सएप मी ऑन 88-102-89637. ठीक है दोस्तों, तब तक के लिए टाटा, बाय बाय.